Hello, beautiful manifester. It is Olivia Grace, and I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I manifested this place. I'm going to start with the story, and then I will tell you the techniques that I did to manifest this and how you can do this for yourself to manifest your own place. And I just want to start this off with just giving some encouragement for those of you who feel like you need to move or you really want to move and you don't see how, what, when, where, anything like that, to just trust the process and that you can overcome any circumstance. I have done this time and time and time again. I believe this is my seventh time manifesting a place in seeming impossible circumstances were a bit better this time, but in the past it was always terrible circumstances, and I still always got what I wanted. So just please let that be the confirmation, your sign that yes, you are going to get what you want. Yes, it's already yours. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start off with the story. So basically, my lease in my apartment was up on the 8th, or will be up on May 8th. And I knew I wanted to move into a townhome. I'm not looking to buy a house or anything like that yet because I'm not sure where I want to settle. And there's just me and my SP. So there's not, we don't have kids or anything. We don't really need a huge house. So I knew I wanted to be in a townhome, but I knew I wanted it to be nice and I wanted it to be spacious and a lot of other details. So um, we started looking for places, and we found out that, like, we started looking like the beginning of March, and we basically found out that if, like, when you're looking for apartments, you can tell them, hey, we're going to move in a couple months, and that's fine. But for townhomes, it's owned by an owner. So they want somebody to move in within 30 days of like applying. And so we decided we're going to wait until about April to start looking again. So around, actually, around like the end of March, like maybe like March 29th, I'm thinking about our application process, because before we were just looking, but I still had things on my credit that could possibly hinder me from getting a place. Could definitely hinder me from getting a place. And so I had somebody working on those things for me, but there was no movement with that. So I started kind of thinking and really honestly having the flashbacks of how terrible it was for me, manifesting homes before, and how just discouraging and stressful and just all of this stuff it was. And I started to kind of fear that. And then I was like, you know what? No, this is going to be my most easy and instant approval ever. Right? I decided that. The next day after I decided that, my partner wakes up and has messages with this apartment or this townhome on, like, someone sent him photos of this townhome and didn't even say like context. It's a woman that he works with, he's worked with her for years. She just sends him the photos with no context. And he's like, hey, like, what is this for? And she's like, hey, can you post this for me? Because I'm looking for tenants, right? So he's obviously like, well, me and my fiance are looking to move. So we would love to see it. Like, can we go see it and see if we want to have it? So then he comes and tells me, and he's like, yeah, she sent me these photos of this place. And I'm like, but is it what we want? Because we had just like made a detailed list of what we both really wanted in a place. And he was like, yeah, it looks really, really nice. So we end up coming to see it. And literally, when we walked in, I could just feel the energy of like a yes. Like, I don't know if you guys can feel that, but when your body is like giving you a yes signal, it gave me the yes signal. And so basically, long story short, the lady was like, yeah, you guys are approved. Obviously, she was actually grateful to us because she was like, you just made my life easier, because she's looking for someone to rent it, and now she doesn't have to look for someone. Now she has people in there that she can trust because she's been working with my partner for years, right? So perfect. Then she also brings the price down. She's like, yeah, it's supposed to be 3,200, but for you guys it'll be 2950. And mind you, the apartments or the townhomes in this area are like 4,000, maybe a bit above 4,000 or a bit under 4,000. The places that we were seeing were all around that range, and they were smaller and not as nice. So that was already crazy. Then, mind you, we're supposed to move in on May 1st because my lease is up on May 8th. But I was like, well, I would love for us to be able to move in early because my best friend's coming to town and she's gonna have her boyfriend and my godson's with her. And I would love for them to have their own space to be able to be comfortable, right? And of course, for them to come and be able to see the place. And so, literally after I make that decision, the landlord reaches out to us and is like, when do you guys want to move in? And we're like, well, we thought we had to move in on the 1st. They're like, no, you can actually move in tomorrow. So this is on like the 14th of April, right? And so we start moving in all of our things. And yeah, that was basically how it went to where we're living here now. Still have all the time that we need to get and clean out the other apartment and everything like that. But yeah, all of that happened without lifting a finger. And it was really, really incredible. And it was the most easiest, the easiest and most instant approval that I ever had, just like I spoke it to be. Okay. So let's get into the techniques. How did I do this? The first thing that I did was way back in February when I knew, okay, time is coming to where I need to move soon. I decided my place already exists. My place already exists. My place is already mine. That's it. Right? I'm just gonna get what I want. It's only a matter of what exactly do I want, not a matter of if I can have that or will I have that. It's already mine and that's it. Number one, decide, okay? Which is honestly, you guys, one of the most important things that you can do. Okay, decide. Second, I did SATs. This is my go-to technique for manifesting, okay, or for manifesting homes at least. Manifesting in a time crunch, all of those things. But I've used this to manifest pretty much every home that I've lived in. Um, since learning about the law of assumption. So, SATs, I would see myself when you're using SATs to manifest your place, you're going to choose a scene that has the qualities and details that you want for your own place. Okay. So, for instance, like I wanted it to be multi leveled. I didn't even necessarily need 3 levels, but we got 3 levels. But I knew I wanted it to be upstairs, downstairs. So I would hear myself kind of like talking down the stairs to my partner, right? We knew we wanted hardwood floors. So I would see that in my SAT scene. I knew I wanted a garage. I would see us pulling into the garage. All of these kinds of things I would just see in my SAT scene. The other thing that you can do, or yeah, the other thing that I would do is really just like visualize. So when it comes to SATs, like SATs is different from visualizing because SATs is you looping a very short scene, implying that you have what you want as you fall to sleep. Okay, so SAT stands for state akin to sleep. So you can choose anything. A really good simple one for you guys is just to use the key in the lock, right? So pushing the key in the door, that's a very specific feeling of pushing a key in the door, turning the lock, right? And then opening the door. That's a very specific thing that you can do, that you can feel, it's very familiar. Opening the door, looking around, seeing your things in the home that you want. So if you want a certain type of home or you want it to look a certain type of way, see yourself walking in there and looking around, see your things, right? That's implying that it's yours, right? This is how you don't do the visualization and find yourself going into the house, but it's not your house. No, see your paintings on the wall, see your family around, see your pet around, right? Do all of these things to make it natural. The other thing that I did was I would feel space around me. This is something that Neville actually talks about, that I feel like is not really covered a lot. And that is to basically feel yourself as if you were there, like sleep as if you're sleeping in the place that you want to be in. And so, what I mean by that is the feeling of a 1 bedroom apartment. When I'm sleeping in my 1 bedroom apartment, the room is pretty small, it's tight. And if you guys can feel this with me, I don't know, but you can feel like whatever room that you're in right now. I want you to imagine, maybe you can close your eyes and imagine if there was double the space. So even though it doesn't really change your like where you are, because if you're on the couch, you're on the couch, but you can somehow feel an expansion of space around you, right? So I would do that while I was sleeping. I would do that while I was meditating, while I would be sitting on the couch in my living room. I would feel more space around me. Okay. But really, honestly, you guys, that's all that I did. I wouldn't even say that I did it very. regularly. Like, um, I did it honestly when I was doing it. I was so in acceptance that I know that I'm going to get what I want, that it was really just for fun. It was like, oh, I'm just going to visualize like what it's going to be like once I'm there, right? Um but if you're someone who is like really doubting, or you feel like you're in very dire circumstances, go ahead and do the sat scene every single night. Feel the space every single night. But the biggest and most important thing, you guys, that comes to manifesting a place, and especially without lifting a finger, especially if you have circumstances that could possibly not allow you to manifest the place, is to decide that it's done, you guys. And I have so many stories, you guys. I think I'm actually going to put them in the description for you all so that you guys can see, because this one was very simple, easy, cut dry. Like, I'm like, there's not, this is like a 10-minute video. There's not much of the story. I decided it happened. Like, literally. Even to when we were moving in here, I think there's something really powerful about um Neville teaching the sleep as if you're there type of technique or whatever, with the expedited move in, where it was literally like, it felt like a crazy like quantum shift, to where one minute I'm in my apartment, I'm living in my apartment, I'm expecting to move in like 3 weeks, and the next minute I'm literally here, and this is just where I'm at now. And it's just wild. So I feel like that's a really good thing. But accept that it's yours. Accept that it's done despite anything, you guys. Please go watch the other videos if you want to. Go watch other people's videos and see how things can move. I'm actually going to leave you guys with one more kind of success story. Um, but because it's really inspiring, and I wish I knew the YouTuber. I don't know, but I looked at this years ago, and I think I was trying to manifest my last apartment. But this person basically had picked up and moved to Tennessee with nothing, and literally happened to meet somebody that allowed her to live at her house. Like an older lady allowed her to move in and live at her house until she was at her job, and or until she got her job and was able to save up money and move, right? How could she have thought that? This lady moved strictly off of faith, really. She had the feeling that she was supposed to move to Tennessee. I don't even think she had the job secured. And she packed up all her stuff and moved. And every single need was met all along the way for her. So I'm just leaving you guys with that to say, trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your guidance. Know that yes, you can have what you want. It already exists. Okay. Keep in mind parallel realities. There's a reality. All realities exist. Okay. So there is a reality where you get the place. Decide that that's the reality that you're in. Decide that that's the reality that you're in. And I promise you, God will move mountains for you, the right people that you need to move. Literally, my last apartment story was just basically the leasing agent deciding to approve me, even though I was denied. She decided, like, no, I'm going to let you move in anyway. Like, how could I have known that that's what's going to happen? Okay. It's been all kind of different crazy things that's happened to me. But I won't keep going on and on. I'll let you guys check that out if you'd like. Please take this as your confirmation and your sign that your home is yours. You absolutely will and can move. I can't wait to hear all of your successes in the comments. I am hosting a 4-week group program called Ethereal Dream. It's going to be all about creating your dream life, creating instantly, effortlessly, and manifesting a truly blissful, effortless life. So if you guys would like to join, we're starting literally in 1 week, and I would love to have you all there. There'll be links in the description as well as a discount code. But other than that, I'm sending you all infinite love. I'm intending that this prospers you immensely. I'm absolutely sure that it has, and I will see you guys in a video soon.